Hello and welcome. This is me, Trisha Ghoshal and Rohan Chaudhary reporting from 22 yards Salt Lake. And today Rohan made his debut. No, not in cricket. He made his debut in watching senior women's one-day trophy, right? So the match was between Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. Gujarat defeated Himachal Pradesh by 8 wickets. Let's analyze the match a little. First of all, how was the experience?
A warm winter afternoon cricket. It's never a better feeling than enjoying domestic cricket in a winter afternoon. But overall, I would say it was from a perspective of a neutral viewer and analyst. It's a good match, but a lot of things that I pointed out coming to a domestic women's game for the first time. So we'll discuss about it, but overall a good experience. Saw a few glimpses of good cricketing shots and fieldings and bowlings, but a lot of things to discuss.
Absolutely. I think we'll start innings wise and then we can go on. The first thing was first innings batters Himachal Pradesh against Railways, lackluster batting. The same thing against Gujarat. Did not seem like they had that intent of hitting the gaps. Running between the wickets was poor. There were a few miscalculations where Sushma could have run herself out, or apart from say Fishty
Yeah.
and a bit of glimpses of Shivani a little, all the other batters looked absolutely out of touch.
Yes, and a lot of players. I think many of the players are not that seasoned well playing at the senior level. I would say the names you mentioned, yes, Fisty, one player that really caught my eyes, both in batting and fielding, both in batting and bowling, not fielding. Fielding will be a separate point because a lot of things to talk about fielding.
Yes.
But yes, one of the few pace bowlers in this match. So, but again, a good all-rounder, one for the future to look out for. Good with the bat, a hard hitter, and good with the pace also. She has pace, good line and length. But I would say that overall the batting side looked much under-seasoned because in 50 overs game you batted around 30-35 overs and you couldn't cross the 200 runs mark. So I would say bit of underwhelming batting performance.
I will correct you. They batted for 49.5
Oh,
overs.
sorry. Yes.
In almost 50
Almost
overs,
50
they scored
overs.
167. Absolutely under par. So we'll do a batting comparison. But when you see Gujarat's batting,
Yeah, much
Seasoned
experience.
batting.
Yeah.
the first partnership itself set the tone. Compare the two batting lineups. Of course, Gujarat batting lineup looked much more seasoned with Shreya and Simran opening the batting.
And setting the tone.
Absolutely, but there was a strange approach. Rohan, you and I were speaking about Simran. There was a mentality where we were kind of saying that the first form of or the first thing that she wanted to do was kind of just go straight and defend.
We were talking that she had much of a defensive approach from the start very on, because if you see her scores, 21 of 59 balls. But I would say that she did a very witty knock, played a very witty knock. She helped the ball get older, because if you see, Himachal was not attacking with the pace attack. They were straight up with
Strange tactics. Very strange
very
tactics
strange
from
tactics. They were
from
constant.
from an experienced campaigner like
Yeah.
Sushma Verma. There was one over from Jyoti,
Yeah.
and there was no Fishta opening the bowling.
And
They
all of
went
a sudden,
straight up to spinners.
Yeah. So, and if you continuously keep on attacking with the spinners, and your batter keeps on hitting the ball on the pitch, the ball gets older, and
Absolutely.
then it makes it difficult for the pacers to come and swing the ball or actually get to their actual pace. So I think Simran played a witty knock. We were talking, yes, a slow knock, but if you see, it was not a humongous score also to chase.
Also, Shreya at the other end was going
she
run
was,
a ball.
Yeah, she was hitting and rotating, and so I would say it's a very good tactics to open. Actually, not lose a wicket in the first 8-10 overs and
Right.
then get the ball a bit older and make it easier for the number 3
Absolutely,
and number 4
and they were
batters.
scoring runs
Yeah, yeah.
as we discussed, you know,
Yeah.
because Shreya on the other hand was scoring runs and they
Yeah.
were 74 in no time.
Yeah. And
But
Himachal bowlers did not attack them.
absolutely, the field placements were. In fact, I think I had tweeted that, you know, interesting field placements from.
Let's not talk about fielding at all. Oh my god.
No, we will chat about fielding, but field placements in itself,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
extremely defensive. The other part, both the openers, Gujarat openers, then went down quickly. The wickets went down quickly,
Yeah.
and we were saying that probably Simran's approach was because there could be a batting collapse.
Yeah.
But Himachal did not seem interested
no, no.
in that at all. They let Renuka and Sanchita settle in.
Settle in, exactly. So even if after the first 2 wickets were down, if they would have started to attack with a much
Absolutely.
more attacking fielding setup, because anyway you had lot of overs in hand, 30 overs in hand with maybe 80-70 runs left. So you attack. Why
You were anyway gonna lose when you have scored 167.
exactly in a 50
in
overs
the,
game?
exactly,
In a
if
50
the
overs
opponent plays 50 overs, you are anyway gonna lose.
Exactly.
The only way you are gonna win is you know, taking wickets.
Take wickets, yeah, take wickets. But the intent was really missing, which is quite strange, as you mentioned, from our experienced captain who has played in the international level. But again, I would say that fielding also played a very big role.
Seriously.
Even if you have a low score to defend, fielders have to play a very important role in at least trying to defend the run.
Absolutely. I mean, balls which are straight coming to your hand. There were 2 catches which,
Yeah.
you know, went through the hand. There was one skyer which they dropped. Yes, by then the damage was already done.
Yeah.
But you never know till the match has ended. In cricket, the saying, of course, goes that you never know till it's the last ball. But very lackluster performance.
Catches win matches. We have seen that with Surya Kumar Yadav taking that catch in the T20 World Cup final. And if you see, not only catch misses in this match, if you see the balls which were coming on the ground, they were faltering to pick it up at one go. And
Absolutely.
that 2-3 seconds extra allows the batters to take one extra run.
Correct.
So
And they kept missing run-out chances also.
run out chances, the throws were very bad, very poor throws. The ball kept
4-5 drops.
4-5 drops. There were. So overall, the fielding was way under par than batting and bowling, I would say.
So true.
And I think this is one thing that's actually goes on to the Indian international level also.
True, and you know, it's a bit of a habit. People talk about muscle memory.
Yeah.
This is also part of muscle memory.
Yeah,
If,
exactly.
you know, there were technical faults. You could see we were discussing one of the fielders, you know, not sitting down and fielding. There was so much distance between the hands and the legs, the whole body. If the ball by chance bounces here and there, it goes for a boundary.
So a lot of work has to be done in the basic level, I would say.
Absolutely. I think, you know, we keep talking about Amol Mazumdar. Of course, Amol Mazumdar needs to get a lot of things right. But also, apart from Amol Mazumdar, I think the coaches at the domestic level need to put in a lot of good work for Himachal players to definitely improve, because it's not like there's a lack of talent.
No. We have seen some good talents. We have seen glimpses of good cricketing shots, cricketing intense. If you see Shushmita, we were talking about Shushmita,
Yes.
how well seasoned of a fielder she is, and she really did some good. The body language will actually tell you, set that player apart from the others.
Absolutely.
The way she went down to grab a ball, to throw a ball, and the others were faltering with actually grabbing a basic shot. So that actually tells a much
Deeper story.
deeper
Absolutely.
story. So
The other part that I wanted to discuss with you is, what do you think of the pitch? Do you think the pitch was difficult for batting in the first innings and then eased out in the second innings?
yes, the pitch got slower, but I think it also, there was many instances where the ball was not rising above the knee level. So there were a lot of instances we were actually talking about it, that the ball kind of giving the ball kind of giving some surprise elements to the batters.
Absolutely.
Going down, not there were a lot of chances created of LBs and bowls because the ball not for the bowlers, but the ball did not rose to the expected levels.
And this is where also again what we were discussing, the basic part was missing. Wicket to wicket bowling was
Exactly.
completely missing.
When the ball is not going up to that level that you expect, you just bowl wicket to wicket, and if you bowl wicket to wicket, the batter has to play the ball. There is no, because anyway the team is not defending a big total, so the batter gets a lot of free balls to leave.
Absolutely.
So if you ball outside the off stump,
They will just leave it.
They will just leave it. They have the
Absolutely.
whole time in the day, the lot of
Overs to go.
overs in hand. So you just keep on bowl wicket to wicket and make the batter play. As in football, we say at least shoot in goal. You make the goalkeeper
Work hard for
work hard for it. Even if it's a goal or no goal, but make the goalkeeper work hard for it. You make the batter play. If the batter misses, it hits the wicket or the pad. So you get a chance to get a wicket.
Absolutely, absolutely. All these points are so correct. But here's the point: the Gujarat bowlers did it well. You know, Renuka, who by the way batted well as well. I mean, you know, a complete captain's performance: 3 wickets while bowling,
Yeah.
49 not out while batting. Again, denied by the white. The 50 denied by the white, and you could see Renuka was so.
Raises a lot of. I wouldn't say it was something.
No, it wasn't intentional, of
it
course,
was not
but
intentional, but it raises a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Kettleboro not giving a wide on to Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli's 100, but
Yes.
yes, great performance. I would say captain's knock, good performance both with the bat and ball. As we were talking that there are good quality players, but the amount is low, amount is less. We have to see a lot more such performances coming from different players, not just one or two handful.
Absolutely, I completely agree. Also, I think what we were speaking about is once people spot certain players, for example, a Fishta or you know a Renuka, you need to do something to groom them better for the international stage, because of course there's a marked difference between the domestic stage and international stage. That is where sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I feel someone like Shafali Verma, who had the potential, did not really convert it big, probably did not, I don't know, probably did not get the proper grooming, or something went wrong in between the two. And before we leave, of course, we have to discuss the Bengal match. Or do you have a point?
Yeah, on this point that of grooming, I would say this for the men's cricket part, this thing is at the correct, I would say, correct shape, correct, what to say,
There's a step-by-step process.
growth, because it's evident when you see the IPL auctions, lot of focus on the domestic players. Sarfaraz going unsold, but yet a player like Vaibhav Raghuvamshi, 13 years old, grabbing a crore deal.
Correct.
So it shows that there is a lot of attention in the men's domestic cricket, but I think for the
Interesting.
women's domestic cricket, these things needs to be done, because there will be a lot
But
of
who will do it? I can't see anybody here.
yeah, that's the point, because only you and me are the two media person over here, and no, I don't see any selectors over here or any scouts
Yeah,
over
until
here.
unless they're sitting in the dressing room, we don't know. We
Yeah.
don't see any scouts, or we don't see any. You know, this scout point is very interesting, because someone like KKR, Delhi Capitals, in the men's side, they really take their scouting very seriously. Even
Exactly.
Lucknow, they send people in the domestic games. They you know, KKR had Nagar Koti, and they groomed him. They kept him. They
Exactly.
kept him when he was injured as well. That is what even women's cricket needs now that there is franchisee
Exactly.
cricket. You know, send people to different places, and not only to matches which have you know, the high-profile names.
The point that you mentioned while we were watching, that players like Fista or Thakur, who actually were on the losing side but played well, for them going to that level, playing for a team like Himachal, will be much difficult if they were maybe brought to an NCA or playing for a better team with
Absolutely.
better. So I think that the federation also has a lot to do in grooming the players, because at the international level we see what happened. It is happening regularly at the international level. We keep on faltering against the bigger sides.
So
and
true.
lot of, as you mentioned, lot of focus on spinners and not pacers. When you go to play in the Sena
Yes,
countries,
this is
you
one thing. You know, when you go to play in the Sena countries,
Yeah.
or when you go for World Cups, there's a lot of talk about India does not have pacers. How do you expect India to have pacers if in the domestic level, pacers
There
are
are-
bowling 3-4 overs out of the
yeah,
50?
50 overs, yeah. So 5 overs to pacers and 45 overs to spinners. So first of all, the pacers don't get enough chance to practice. The batters don't get enough to play the pacers, and over there they're facing that speedy pacers. Then how do you expect them to perform?
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. Of course, we have to talk about the Bengal match because why do we have to? Because we are from Bengal. But unfortunately,
Bengal lost to Rajasthan.
yes, at one point it looked like, you know, it will be an easy win with Rajasthan 38 for 5. And then there was a big partnership which took them to 111. And, you know, any bowler other than Sushmita did not really look penetrating. They did not get wickets. You know, Sushmita got 6 wickets. But while chasing, a pretty weird batting display. You know, a complete poor batting display with the openers not performing, but Tanushree at number 3 and Meeta at 4, then having a partnership. But after that, nothing.
Again, if you see the scores in a 50 over game, not crossing 200 runs, finishing below 150.
Absolutely.
So a lot of under par batting performance, I would say.
Completely
in
agreed.
every match.
You know, I have written a piece, obviously, quick plug-in of that. But the truth is, I've written a piece on how the Indian batting isn't working. But now, after seeing a few domestic games, of course, rest of the games we are judging or talking about on the basis of the performances. It seems like the batting worries start right from domestic cricket.
Of course, and as we say, morning shows the day, the domestic shows the international level. So I think it.
So our biggest takeaway is the domestic, you know, batting needs to improve.
Everything needs to
And
fielding.
Fielding needs to
be
improve.
improved.
Bowling, you know, directly you can't say that bowling needs to improve because
But
probably.
a lot of pacers needs to be plugged in.
Exactly, absolutely. Pacers need to be used up to their potential, otherwise it's going to be very difficult. And we have seen this. We literally had no replacement for Julandi for a long time.
I was going to mention this.
And it becomes difficult. I mean, even in the batting, you know, stalwarts haven't been replaced.
Exactly.
And we need to work on that batting consistency, fielding much better.
And I think only way to do it is bring in a huge pool of players, scout more players from the domestic circuit, not only focus on the big teams, but also in games
The smaller
like-
ones.
in the
Absolutely.
smaller ones.
Absolutely. So day after is match day again,
Yeah.
and we are gonna go to
Yes.
Eden Gardens for the first time in this series. We have been to Eden Gardens, but in this series because it's Andhra versus Railways.
Yeah.
Interesting match again.
good
Railways,
teams.
absolutely.
But again, Railways, if you see, they
Batting.
haven't been to their full potential in the batting.
Absolutely. Today a 50 from Simran Dil Bahadur, which is interesting. A good innings from Indrani Roy, once a Bengal player. But of course, we will be waiting and watching how Railways goes about against Andhra. I think it will be extremely interesting.
Yeah. And watching a cricket match on a winter morning at the Eden Gardens is a plus.
So you're coming.
Of course, Eden Gardens, anytime I'm coming.
Done. Snehashish, you are also coming. I know you have told me. And what about you guys? You guys join us through Twitter. Of course, you can find us in Twitter, YouTube. Keep joining us. Keep supporting Rev Sports because we will be bringing you Border Gavaskar Trophy as well as Senior Women's One Day Trophy as well as the World Chess Championship. We have also got a journalist in Wrestling National Championship. We are everywhere, Rohan.
Yeah, that's supposed to be everywhere.
Rev Sports is everywhere, so you guys need to be there with us. Stay tuned and keep following us. Thank you so much.